good in making speeches, but good evening, everybody. And thank you all for coming. And let me introduce myself. I am the husband of Hibiscus Rosa Sinensis Domini Torrevillas. Congratulations, honey. 2 weeks ago, before my physical examination, I felt 100% healthy. Friends were saying how lucky I was with my good state of health. I got lured into believing that it was so, and I was indeed enjoying a full life, which I should savor, I said, while it lasts. I am making this little statement as a thanksgiving to our Creator for having me been saved for a 5-hour surgery last week. Or I was just probably being coy and succumbing to common human vanity and flair for public recognition as an Iron Man, a bionic man like my friend Rat Ermita, a man of virtue and a man for all seasons, as what my colleagues have been telling me in recent past. Little did we all know, however, that there was something seriously wrong about my health. And it took the results of a colonoscopy and CT scan to confirm that indeed I had a tumor in my colon. In retrospect, I recall that I hovered for uncertain reasons at times against the backdrop of a weakening physical condition that was characterized by slowing mobility and strength, which I thought was only brought about by an advancing age. I am 78 today, by the way. But as a proud and strong-willed person, I kept to myself the agony of seeing blurred images at times, unbalanced body movement, and gasping breath when I played up to a week before I had surgery, my first love and longtime favorite sport, basketball. You know, I was a member of the UP Bruins in 1951. Yes, there are still sparks of sporadic grandeur at the tennis court, when I ran like a 20-year-old kid with above average precision volley and fairly accurate placement of the ball to the delight of a partner, and of course, self-serving ego. They are, however, far from what I used to do before, as I tire much faster now than I used to be. I almost always pace my moves and take a glass or two of water between games, and using all the antics and astuteness of a natural-born athlete to distract the concentration of the adversary. Such antics, though, more often than not, mask the faltering vigor and strength of a long-living person my age that goes beyond 3/4 of a century. In another sport, golf that is, and which I began to learn at age 55, is an amazing God-given gift and that enabled me to still drive the ball more than 200 yards, reach 120 yards with a pitching wedge, and more than 150 yards with a 6-iron. Not being pessimistic, but rather realistic. This prowess will wane or be gone faster than I would feel or imagine in a matter of time. I am glad to say that my sons Noel and Jojo, who unfortunately cannot be with us tonight, can do much better than I can in this sport. If for anything else, all I have contributed to their game, as well as to some of my friends, is the development of a mindset for a mental game of playing golf to win and not just playing not to lose against the course. As a public servant, proactiveness and dedication to duty run in my veins. When I took my oath of office before our President, I told her, I will do my best, Madam President, to demonstrate that I am worthy of your decision in appointing me as chairman of the authority. This was not to boast, but rather it was a challenge to myself and a pledge that I must lead and succeed in producing positive results that may someday serve as a legacy of a lifetime. Not only for me, but for the authority I work for, and for the public good, and for my loved ones to remember and cherish when I leave this service or go to the great beyond. I thank Domini, who was always by my side during my confinement at PGH Hospital. I noticed her never-ending calls to the doctors and the hospital aides, to cheering me up, to bringing out her journalistic ability and experience to communicate optimism and positive thinking, to honing her message about the depth and breadth of the public need of people looking up and forward to the many good things I can or may still do for the public good, to her preparations for a grand birthday gift party which was supposed to take place on my birthday last February 25, that suddenly was moved tonight and rightfully renamed as a Thanksgiving party. I certainly could not ask for more, honey. I love you. I thank my very able administrator and thank God he was able to arrive on time from Davao, the Honorable Sultan Yayat Jerry Tumawis, and some of my members of the staff of the Southern Philippines Development Authority who are here with us tonight. I thank him, his wife, and our staff for organizing mass prayers in different mosques in the country for the success of my operation and fast recovery. Thank you, JT. Thank you, Dr. Monroy and your staff for successfully removing the malady in my system. Now, she has left a while ago, but at the same time, I would like to say this and share with you. Let me welcome and acknowledge at this point the presence of Busco Sugar Milling Company Corporate Planning Vice President, Jean Krebs, who just left a while ago. And take this opportunity as well on behalf of our authority and the peace-loving people of Mindanao to express and convey to Don Julio C. and Don Roman Uzaita, President and Chairman respectively, and their respective members of the board, our sincere thanks and appreciation for their vision and acumen in partnering with our authority for the speedy and expeditious massive development and transformation of idle lands in Mindanao into an integrated agro-industrial complex that will employ thousands of people, generate much needed alternate fuel supply for our country, and more important, tremendously contribute towards the attainment of a lasting peace and development in the region. May I have you? And to the Honorable Chancellor of the UP Los Baños, Ray Velasco, my fraternity brother in the Upsilon Sigma Pi fraternity, and his entourage from the UPLP campus, I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for coming. Likewise, I am taking this opportunity to invite UPLB to join hands with me and our authority in undertaking projects that are aimed and designed to promote the speedy attainment of peace and sustained development in Mindanao. Again, thank you all for your best wishes and prayers for the success of my surgery and fast recovery. I feel good tonight. Let's all dance. Come on.